Welcome to our episode of the week, Arise and Shine. And you are at Amazing Grace Learning Center. This week, we would like to continue on the subject of conscious living. Why is it important to become a conscious living being? Well, if you have watched our previous episodes, we have explained and brought this knowledge to our audience, our viewers, that our reality is created by our thoughts and our feelings or emotions. These two determine our vibration. And the world we are living in is all about energy, vibration. So if life is determined by vibration, energy, and it is our thoughts and emotion that are responsible for the vibration of our being, is it not worth it becoming a conscious living being? Because if we do not become conscious living beings, our life can never change. We can never have the life that we desire if we are not able to become conscious living beings. Some may say, how is it possible for us to become conscious of our thoughts, our emotions? Well, we can say that if we are still dwelling in our ego. If we are still dwelling in our ego as human and thinking that that is all we are, this may be impossible. And I can even tell you, you cannot do it. It's impossible. That is why somewhere, for those who are familiar with the Bible, Jesus says something. He said, for human, this is impossible. But with God, all things are possible. When we choose to become conscious living beings, we are choosing our divinity. We are choosing to become a partner of the divinity inside of us. Every human being on this planet has this spark. The spark of life, the spark of divinity within. We all have it in our heart, but some have chosen not to acknowledge this presence. Some have believed it and have learned the art of cooperating with this divinity within till today, as we are speaking, they are conscious living beings. They are conscious of the thoughts that are coming through their mind. They are conscious of the emotion that is running through their body. And they do not allow these two to go wild. If we allow our mind to go wild, and we allow our emotion to go wild, uncontrolled, untamed, no wonder our life is the way it is, because these two are working together to create our reality. So if we want to change our life, if we want a better life, this is what we all have to do. I know it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to require some time. It's going to require some practices. It's going to require patience. But if you truly love yourself, and if you truly understand that there is absolutely nothing here to rush about, we don't have to rush. We are spirit beings possessing a soul, dwelling in a physical body, so that we can experience physicality. And our spirit has no end. The soul is learning to become one with this spirit. And when this happens, that soul and that spirit have become one. And there is no end for that soul, just like the spirit. So we have time for this. And I can go ahead and say that even if you feel like I can't do this and reach there in this lifetime, that is fine. You don't have to worry about it. You may be given the chance to continue this learning process in your next incarnation. All that is fine, but it is a choice we make. We got to choose. What are you choosing? You have to start from somewhere. That is my point. My point is you have to start from somewhere. Because if we decide or we choose not to start, we are only delaying our own evolution. Because this plane of physicality on which we are dwelling is made for the soul to evolve. The soul evolves, and the soul evolves till it or she becomes one with the spirit. So it's a choice that we are making. If we choose to take these things seriously and start, as we are speaking right now, from today, you don't have to postpone this. You don't have to wait another day. You can start right away. And I would like to let you know that we at Amazing Grace Learning Center, we have put it up on ourselves to help all who are seekers of truth. If you are a true seeker of truth and you want to have freedom, freedom from all the limitations and the bondages that has been placed upon humanity for centuries, for thousands of years. If you want to have freedom from those things, contact us. We are willing to be with you, wherever you may be, to share this knowledge with you. Because the true freedom is not the freedom from material things. The true freedom is the mind freedom, the mental freedom, the freedom that comes from within. If you have that freedom, regardless of what is happening in your life, you will have peace. You will have joy. You will love all things. And if you understand these three things that I just mentioned, joy, peace, love, if you have these three, you are in the kingdom of God. This kingdom that may have another name in your religion, but it's a state in which we can all be now. It's not something that we have to wait and die before we can experience it. It's not something that we have to wait and die and then go somewhere in the sky to meet somebody or a certain God to have this experience. That knowledge of waiting and dying and going somewhere to experience this kingdom is religion. That is what we call religion. And religion can never teach you these things. Because religion wants to keep you in slavery, mental slavery. But you have to choose to set yourself free. You have to choose to become your true self. And becoming your true self requires that you become a conscious living being. My dear friend, my dear viewers, I think this is all that we want to share with you today. If we want to go now and talk more about how exactly to do this, it might take another 10 to 15 minutes. So we don't want to do that today in this episode. And we want you to know that you are at the right place. Next week, we are coming with ideas, this knowledge about how to become conscious of our thoughts, our emotion. If these two are really the cause, if these two are really the only ways through which our reality is created, how can we become masters of our mind and our emotion? Like I said at the beginning, if you say it's impossible, it's a sign you are still dwelling in your ego. You are not yet free from your lower self. You have to free yourself from your lower self to be able to understand these things. And when you free yourself from your lower self and you enter into your higher self, these things are no longer a story to you. These things are no longer something that seems impossible, because these things are in reality your true nature. We love you at Amazing Grace Learning Center, and it's our pleasure to share this knowledge with you. We are looking forward to seeing you again next week. Until then, be well. Take care of yourself and know that you are a beloved being, and you are here for the purpose, and you are unique. You are unique. We love you, and we see you next week. Bye-bye.